Swerve, killer.
DJ Academics could eat a dick, especially. Academics is really a bitch. Rest in peace to YBC Duel.
I have a video saying eating bugs with thigh escorts. You're a grifter. You would do anything. The thing is, so when you come from talking about thigh escorts and talking about I'm in Thailand and whatever it is and all these goofy ass titles, to all of a sudden now you can't stop hanging out with all the niggas who want to kill each other. Yes, you seem voyeuristic. Voyeuristic. It's like me going to the jungles to watch the fucking wild animals and then going back home. It's different if I'm in the zoo every day with them niggas. Or at least, I'm at least a caretaker of them like a fucking zookeeper.
Hey, Murder Loaf, I got him. I'm about to run this nigga the fuck down. Watch this.
Welcome home.
I've grown killers since they was babies, so I'll be proud when they finally catch by. And when I die, I got a team full of murderers that's gonna step out.
It's an interesting episode today, so let's get into Brandon Buckingham.
Academics is really a bitch. Rest in peace to YBC Duel. And I also want to say, bro, today is my brother's birthday. It's been 5 years since his last birthday, since he passed away, bro. So rest in peace, my brother Kyle Delane. And this whole situation fucking sucks, bro. But DJ Academics could eat a dick, especially.
Yeah, Brandon Buckingham is crazy. I don't know him too well other than the interview he did with Duel, but this bullshit. He crazy, man. He's funny. He look like Napoleon Dynamite, like Duel said in that interview. He is right. He do look like Napoleon Dynamite. All right, so you got that now. Academics go off on him, basically calling him a culture vulture. I don't know too much about him. I can't really, I don't know. It's not my place to say. So we're just going to play it's like a 3-minute clip of Academics going crazy. It's pretty funny, so we're going to check it out. Here it goes.
Of Sneeko. Bro, you have a video saying eating bugs with thigh escorts. You're a grifter. You would do anything. The thing is with the hip-hop community and always with, you see, no matter what they say about Adam, and I was going to get on Adam's ass too. Adam noticed. When Adam was kind of telling me that he was about to pivot from hip-hop into some alt-right shit, I'm like, nah, nigga. No, you ain't. Hip-hop brought you here. No, you ain't. Fuck is you doing? That platform there is because black men and the culture of hip-hop built that shit. Don't tell me you down to talk to the Richard Spencers and the weird motherfuckers. So when you come from talking about thigh escorts and talking about I'm in Thailand and whatever it is and all these goofy ass titles, to all of a sudden now you can't stop hanging out with all the niggas who want to kill each other. Yes, you seem voyeuristic. Voyeuristic. It's like me going to the jungles to watch the fucking wild animals and then going back home. It's different if I'm in the zoo every day with them niggas. Or at least, I'm at least a caretaker of them like a fucking zookeeper. I think it's pretty easy to say. Nigga, you're in the videos throwing up gang signs. If that's not voyeuristic, what am I? You're in the videos throwing up gang signs. You're not a Crip. You're not a Crip. You're making a mockery of what they are. Why are you throwing up a gang sign? Why are you putting up a thumbs down? We don't see this behavior. I've seen you before because you used to be on Sneeko's dick. I've seen you before, my nigga. You were just an obsessed little white boy. You weren't into hip-hop like that. So what I'm saying is when you come into hip-hop and a nigga like me give you some constructive criticism, Boy, shut your fucking ass up, nigga, and listen. You and Andrew Callahan or whatever y'all name is. And this is coming from the nigga who took every arrow for all you fuck niggas. For every nigga right now that be doing videos on beefing and whatever, I took them arrows. I went on Clubhouse multiple times defending with. This is why niggas like even, which by the way, I think he does it right. Like Traplo Ross, he had like, it's an easier path for what he does. Nigga, I took them arrows. Because covering hip hop in a certain way, when people come from those communities, they have questions. And I could have just.
Yeah, academics ain't lying though. Like he did pioneer this. Like he ain't lying. And I don't know the boy Brandon Buckingham, but this whole rant academics just went on is crazy. I mean, you know, it's definitely interesting. I don't know enough about Brandon Buckingham to basically say if he a culture vulture or not. It kind of sounds like he won, but you know, who am I to judge? I don't know. Academics is right. It is what it is, and he funny. So, all right. So now we got YBC Duel. Joe Budden talking about YBC Duel. He go off on him for like 3 minutes talking about his dad. I want to also say there's a possibility that what Joe Budden talking about with his dad addressing the public, there was some talk that wasn't his dad and that the account was hacked. So I don't know for sure one way or the other. Just rest in peace, YBC Duel. That's what Joe Budden had to say. You know, typical Joe Budden, you know, stuff.
Also, I'm not familiar with the young man that was murdered who dug up somebody's grave or pissed on somebody's grave.
He dug it up.
He dug up somebody's grave. He dug up some op's grave. I don't even know. I don't know. But
his name is YBC Duel. He's a rapper out of Philly. And you know, a lot of videos have come out of him being extremely just disrespectful, taunting his ops. One of the videos, yes, he was attempting to dig up the grave of someone. There's another one where he was just like, he went on a list of just fuck this city, this street, this block. Like I'm untouchable.
A lot of shit.
It's a lot of shit. That's a lot of shit.
There was a video that was around where a guy was riding a bike and got killed, and they thought that it was him. The guy was riding a bike and these guys came out the car and just killed him in broad daylight. They overkilled him, so they were saying that was the guy.
Right,
but it wasn't him.
His father came out and released a statement
that
said that video is not my son.
Yeah, my son got killed while being in the car.
Yeah, there was the actual video did come out of him sitting in the vehicle, car pulling up next to him, and you know they opened fire.
I have a tiny problem with that. I don't know if now's the time for it.
What?
I don't know if now's the time for it. Like this is a real sensitive topic.
Mm-hmm.
Like in the father's address, he said, "I know my son didn't live the life of an angel," and I received that he said that. I feel like because I don't know if he's made these type of public addresses before. I feel like this should have been preemptive instead of post. Like if I actively see my child pissing on graves, digging up graves, being a total menace in the street, I'm not speaking for him, I may make a public outcry for anybody that sees my child to help save them. I think that these kids are running around with a really low expectancy
of life.
On life.
Absolutely. They don't value. They don't value
a very low
life.
value of life. I don't think that these kids love themselves enough. And with me, I always go to, okay, cool for you, because you might have came up in that where that's how you feel about you. But where are your parents? I do always want to know where the parents are. So when I see that you have a dad that cares and that loves and those words, I read it and I felt it. It's like, God damn, well, why? I just wonder what is going on behind the scenes and in real life.
I think,
and I'm saying that as a dad.
So they kind of killed you and I for our take on hip hop, right? Kind of for some similar reasons. I think so at certain points, yo, and I can say for myself, I had a pretty good upbringing, right? I wouldn't say that it was the greatest because we struggled, but I got shot point blank range 2 times in my life. so I could not be on this couch talking. Sometimes that shit is not a reflection of your parents. Sometimes the kids just be pig-headed and want to be outside. So the shit that is popular, the shit that is attractive to them, you could tell them a million times, yo, stay away from that shit. Stay away from it. It's going to end badly. It's going to end badly. They don't care because the peer pressure be so strong, and that's the take that people had with us with hip-hop.
I agree.
Hip-hop is so strong of a take that the kids want to emulate what they see coming from rappers.
I agree.
Yeah, so that's just a typical Joe Budden response. I mean, that's basically what he sound like when he talking about everything. I mean, he's basically professionally disrespecting you in a way so he could kind of like cower out if he was pressed in real life. You know, that's just kind of how he always do things. I don't know if that was Ice or Ish with the story. Shout out to them for trying to put, you know, a little touch of reality on it. You know, everything ain't as black and white as it seems. You know, Joe sat very high up on a mountain of money that he built, and I think sometimes he forget where he came from. I mean, you know, just taking the right approach and doesn't always mean you're right. And, you know, I think he's very removed from what he speaks on now, and it shows. So, unfortunately, you know, that's just what it is. And his fans love it. I used to like Joe. No, I no beef with Joe. I'm just saying that's kind of how it is. And he always, you know, he don't never want to help the young guys that are out here doing all this wild stuff. But he's always, you know, capitalizing off of their death, speaking on it when they die. But he don't never want to pull somebody up and try to help them when they're here. So that's just my take on it. And he's just playing it safe. I don't know, but that's kind of how I see it. Now, also today, on a lighter note, a video dropped going viral on the internet of YBC Duel being a messy young bull, and I think a girlfriend or his girlfriend, sorry, no disrespect, you know, kind of chastising him about it. It's pretty funny, so here's that.
It's dirty. Mainly him. You talk all that shit on Instagram, but you never clean up your house, so what? So what? What you mean so? What you mean so? What you mean so? Then you didn't even brush your teeth and lick in the back with a white tongue. Got a whole room closed in a fucking kitchen. Why you closed in the kitchen?
And there you have a little funny clip of Duel being messy with his clothes in the kitchen. And obviously he got money. He was just being a young bull. And, you know, a little brighter side to things. There's some other news that came out, but I'll say that for later. I don't feel like talking bad about him. Joe Budden already did that for 3 minutes today on a national platform. I'm going to land it on that good note. We'll get to the bad stuff another day.
Chef Boyard Beans, Beanie Crocker, cook wings proper.
They said where at? They said where at?
Hold up, they know where we at. South Philly. Y'all know where we at. Wherever room. Wednesday room.
Why is it me leaving your It was facing me.
Okay, now shout out to Beans. Congratulations on your food truck. I hope you, you know, do a lot of business and become a big success. Very happy for you. You look very happy. I do have to say that I get this off of MREC TV, and he was trying to clown Beanie, but, you know, I ain't with that. I'm with upholding and respecting our legends over here. In Philadelphia. Beanie Sigel is my favorite rapper of all time, and that's just how it goes. I'm going to go down there and support. I'm going to find out where it's at. I'm going to go down there and support. So shout out to Beanie. Don't listen to the hate. We not going to portray you in a bad light over here. At least not, you know, when we don't have to. So shout out to Beans. Everybody go check his food truck out. I'm sure it's delicious. And Also, we have a video of Meek Mill cousin OMLLEY down there taking a bite of Bean's food. He says it's hitting. I'm sure it is. I'm going to go down there. I'm a cop. I suggest y'all do too.
Down, man. We
You
give
did? No, the joint is that bite. We got to see it in the camera. Oh, I got it.
Oh, he said keep it a bean.
All right, now I'm gonna let y'all know. Now I'm gonna let y'all know from the rip. I'm gonna let y'all know from the rip. The bread is soft. The bread is soft. The bread is soft. You know what I'm saying?
Super soft. Oh, you know there's a buzz about keep that camera off. On, turn it off.
Yeah, so at this point right here, I'm gonna let y'all niggas know, you know, it's either we gonna cut the camera off or we gonna keep this motherfucker rolling. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna keep it a seagull on this one.
Look, they patiently waiting. They told us, let us know what's going on.
Hold up.
They waiting. They patiently waiting. They patiently waiting.
Keep the camera rolling.
Yeah.
Patiently waiting.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
They patiently
Yeah.
waiting.
That's that.
Yeah.
Come get the OMLLEY, man. We here, man.
Yeah, the old mouth.
And I'm only gonna keep it a seagull, man.
That shit wild as shit, my man.
I'm only gonna keep it a seagull, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, so that was OMLLEY enjoying one of Beanie Sigel's cheesesteaks down in South Philly, somewhere in South Philly. We don't know the location yet. When we do, we will let everybody know. But he's somewhere down there in South Philly with the food truck. And that was OMLLEY enjoying it. Okay, OMLLEY looking like he eating a lot of cheesesteaks, kind of getting husky there. But all right. And also a viral clip of an old clip of Chief Keef was going around today with Chief speaking on Beanie Sigel and how he was rapping his music as a kid. So here's a clip of that now.
When I was little, she walked in the room, called me jumping on the bed, rapping Beanie Sigel, cursing.
Hold on.
I was performing Beanie Sigel in my room.
Oh, got you.
Jumping on my bed when I was little.
Right, you act like you was Beanie.
I was acting like I was doing a show.
Right.
I was practicing, you know.
And she said, "Get off that bed, boy. Turn that up."
Walked in, see me cursing out. You know, I was a little boy, and I was cursing like a mother, just rapping every word.
The itches love Sosa, and to know, and we are definitely fans of Sosa over here on this platform. So shout out to Sosa. And now we got to talk about Philly versus Chicago. This is crazy. Hopefully this don't get out of hand. It really can't go nowhere. We're kind of too far away to really be beefing. I mean, if anything, it'll be like a one-off situation like that King Von and Quando Rondo situation where some people ran into each other somewhere and something go down. I mean, I don't see much going further other than that. We so far away. It's not like we right next to each other. So I just don't see it going down. And thank God, because nobody need that to pop off. Chicago versus Philly would be crazy. It would be crucial.
We don't dance, but we get time, so let's get started with it. Cut up the beat and start to hit it. Hips on, come on, do your dance. Got your mans all in his feelings, cause I...
And then here go No Limit Mainski talking. Just a little bit of what he said. I'm not really trying to feed into too much of this. And then, of course, we got some word from NR Boer. He kind of speak on the QUANNY stuff. And then some other, Philly versus Chicago stuff. I mean, you could read it. It's right there. Like I said, I'm not really trying to get all into it. I don't think it's going to be nothing, but also I'm not trying to fan the fire. I think it's stupid. We need more peace, less violence. Nobody's really gaining from these situations where everybody wound up not living on planet Earth no more. So I'm trying to figure out some ways we could do something better. And I'm going to start by not feeding the fans, so let's hope that this is all kind of just nonsense that goes away. Like I said, I put up a video, funny dancing, trying to take, away from the seriousness of it. Once again, I don't think, much could go on other than a one-off incident, but, let's not test it either. Staying on that positive note, here is OT7 QUANNY. He's about to have a song with Boss man D-Lo, that joint gonna be fire. You already know. I seen some people talking negatively, but you know they just hating. That joint gonna be fire. I think everybody waiting to hear that joint. That joint gonna go crazy. I already tell it's gonna be tough. So, you know, we definitely waiting on that. All right, now once again, staying on that positive note, going back to YBC Duel, here is Bloodhound Lil Vert from Chicago, showing love to YBC Duel. You know, so obviously not everybody is feeling that Philly versus Chicago stuff, and thank God, because I'm not with it either. Let's, you know, stay on good relations. There's a lot of people tied in already with Philly and Chicago. You know, it's a lot. You see CCK's clicked up with you know, Polo G and all them, and Tay Capone, so, you know, and it's a lot of people on the other side, obviously, Bloodhound Lil Vert, and that was linked up with YBC Duel and them, so, you know, shout out to Chicago.
Hey, Murder Loaf, I got him. I'm about to run this nigga the fuck down. Watch this.
Welcome home.
I grown killers since they was babies, so I be proud when they finally catch bodies. And when I die, I got a team full of murderers that's gonna step out. And niggas saying that I'm just a fucking rapper, then why the rate rising? I made it cool to jump out 4 deep, now rape pop. I let the button drag this nigga to hell. And if you rap, then we gon' clap you. My little brother feed for action. We had bounced out on him. You had the driving there. Hold on, wait. We had bounced out on him 4 deep, had the driving there. We the Jacksons. I seen Beanie jump out. Wah da 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 da. I know that's a classic. Look at Kersey and his glasses. I go loco for some action. I see Ellum hoop in high school. I told KB I got drafted. I could jump out in Mary's, hit his top, and then jump back.
I'm outside. I'm outside. On a whole bunch of yop shit. Like, straight like that. With a yeah. With a yeah. I put mine up somewhere. I'm outside. I'm outside. On a whole bunch of yop shit. Like, straight like that. With a yeah. With a yeah. I put mine up somewhere.
All right, and staying on YBC, we got FS, the last block bender. I really like this kid. I wish he would have already kind of like started pursuing music a little harder. They saying he better step it up and be the last hope for YBC. I hope that's true, because I like his music. I don't always agree with the content, but hey, that's the life they live in. They rapping it how they living it, and that's what they gonna do. So hopefully it get him out the struggle now. So we got him down TNT, 10th and Thompson, you know, and they doing what they do. Shout out to FSDABENDER. I like his music. I see him going places. So hopefully he can keep his head on straight and stay in the game. You know, we don't need another player taking out the league, as they say in Philly. So shout out to FSDABENDER. Now, as I said, I really do like FS, the last block bender, but the stuff right here that I wish he would get away from. But, you know, they're young and they're in it, and also everybody talking each other back and forth. So it's kind of really, you know, tit for tat. Right here it says, N-words die every day. When a couple of B-words gonna start. I'm tired of y'all. Obviously, this is in reference to K3 mom. She's been drawing lately. She's been going real hard. But like I said in the other video, I really can't blame her. Y'all went crazy on her. She a woman, though. I know anybody could get it, especially when you dissing a dead. But, you know, I think y'all should just give that lady a pass, and hopefully she keep her mouth shut and sit down somewhere, because, you know, I can't really condone it, but, you know, I know what could come of it, and that's kind of what I'm trying to speak to is, let's just stop it before it goes somewhere. You know, they're looking for something crazy to do to somebody right now. Let's just let that alone. Speaking of that, we got a clip about to play now for you.
Nah, bro, you want some crash out shit, bro. You know who you talking to, right? Game boy, we cool, bro. Bro know what's going on. We don't rush shit. When you rush shit, shit go left. That's my last time talking to you, bro.
Yeah, so, you know, that's a perfect way to get yourself indicted. I would take it down immediately. I mean, it's viral now, so I'm not even going to say your name and put you out there, but you definitely don't want to leave a paper trail like that behind. on the internet for the feds to track you down. You get wind up with a case on you, you know, just because you said something and they ain't got no one else to put it on. So just really not the smartest move. I'm not trying to disrespect you, but just gotta put you on game. Someone need to tell you, don't do stuff like that. Either be good or be good at it. And that is Newski the Menace here in the Biddy. I'm not sure where, but he was in the Biddy, and that is footage of it there. All right, now I wanted to stay off of the negativity with Quanny, but unfortunately it has gone to No Jumper, so we're going to have to get into that. So here that is now.
So now we have something that almost feels like a repercussion of the YBC Duel thing. So in the YBC Duel Brandon Buckingham vlog, they ask him, do you fuck with OT7 Quanny? And he basically says like, nah, he be doing weak ass shit or fruity shit, whatever. I forget what he said, but he disses Quanny, and Quanny goes on his story and basically like disses him, which actually we have the link right here. This isn't the first, this isn't the entirety of it. There was another one before this, but Quanny said, I was gonna ask bro why he dissed me in them interviews, but I forgot he checked. What's that just mean? Checked out?
Checked out.
Checked out,
Yeah.
right. And then I think before that even, he just put a row of laughing faces, which, you know, this is pretty par for the course. Somebody disses you in a big vlog or whatever, you got to laugh when they die. I guess we shouldn't be that surprised about Quanny busting that move. But
Chucky and them were happy about it.
So now we enter into this new landscape. Like, it's kind of complicated, but I'll put it like this. I think Quanny, when he was coming out, he felt like he was going to be the only poppin' new rapper coming out of Philly. Then Skrilla starts getting traction, and then YBC Duel's star starts like rising again, and then all of a sudden you have somebody like Skrilla tapping in with all these bigger rappers and shit, and to Quanny, he's looking at Skrilla like a op, and he don't fucking want to have to be having all these other rappers picking and choosing. So I think Quanny was upset about the fact that people like G Herbo were fucking with Skrilla and shit. So then you have Quanny basically like tapping in with Chucky, and like the dude Big Op from No Limit, basically like he has taken it upon himself to kind of expose Quanny as being, I guess from his perspective, a goofy. So now you have Quanny, who's feeling like he's on the outs. I also seen another thing where Quanny was like trying to get a V's collab, and V's basically told him like, my feature price is X amount of dollars and shit. So I feel like Quanny is like in a weird spot now where he was like the cool ass Philly rapper coming out, and now the fans are starting to look at him like, oh, OTF and No Limit don't fuck with you. Now we're looking at you like you might be a goofy. And the more of these instances that pile up, the more that Quanny's image to a lot of these fans might be like really fucked up. Because the thing is it's not like Chucky's like beefing with him. Chucky's just laughing at him. Chucky's sunning him, even though he's younger than him. He's like fucking laughing at him and like treating him like a fucking dork.
Well, why are those fools like? Why would your credibility be determined by other cities anyway that are super far away?
Well, I mean, I think that from Quanny's perspective, he wants to be a drill rapper, or not like, because he don't like do all the dissonant stuff, but he is involved in the politics in Philly. But he wants to be able to be the kind of rapper that's just cool with all the cool rappers. But then meanwhile, his ops have been doing a little bit better of a job of getting cool with the cool rappers from Chicago and shit. So now Quanny's in a weird position. I feel like Quanny was just kind of like doing too much from their perspective. Like he was not being as reserved as they would maybe respect.
Quanny, you got to go east. You need that Central C collab. You feel me? Like,
I don't know, but I mean, when Quanny chooses to do stuff like have a little parade and be laughing at fucking Duel when he dies, you're 100% picking a side, and anybody who fucked with him is not gonna ever fuck with you.
Yeah, I feel like people's opinions change after like it's like the recency and proximity effect. When there's something like a death, people are gonna move a certain way, but then as I think we're gonna have to see as time goes by how much people are really saddened by him drawing that line in the sand.
But meanwhile, Quanny's going to get himself into a position that's never going to get relitigated. They're just not going to fuck with you, and they're going to look at you like either a goofy or an op going forward. And that's definitely not the position that he wants to be in, because Quanny's music is so good that like he needs to not be in the mix and not be beefing with people and not laughing when somebody dies like that. Because his music's good enough that he doesn't need all that shit. He should try to be less controversial. Because when you're YBC Duel, realistically, your music is not going to appeal to this gigantic audience, so it's whatever for you to be shitting on all these people. But also, like, I don't know. I just feel like Quanny's like mismanaging a lot of the decisions that he should be making. And like, I was fucking with him super early on. And to be honest, he did some dickhead shit to me and just acted super weird to me. And that made me not want to fuck with him. And now I'm having this conversation with a certain tone that maybe I wouldn't be having if he had actually been cool with me. But like, we tapped in early on and then he just decided to just act weird. And now I feel like he's kind of realizing like what comes with it when you just don't do the best job maintaining relationships with people. He's just making like a lot of like little bad decisions.
Yeah. And that, I mean, like, does he have proper management? Like, who's like,
I don't know what he's doing. I just know that I'm looking at it like, damn, like once you have all the cool rappers from Chicago not fucking with you,
I'm really out the loop of what Quanny's been doing. You know, like, the drill scene's not my favorite scene, like, to watch each other diss, but I've seen his name popping up, but I didn't know he was like a troll that played himself.
I feel like he wasn't at a certain point, and I feel like he's getting himself into too much of that shit.
Motherfuckers be haters, though. The same thing with me. You pick sides, you don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, at the end of the day. But once you get those main rappers that the whole world loves hating you, it's like, yeah, you turn into Quando, Rondo, the Baby, all the exiled rappers that are actually talented, but nobody cares because they beefing with their favorite rapper.
I'm just surprised that there's this uproar of you know, people wanting to ride for this dude that just was the epitome of negativity at the end of the day.
Yeah.
It's like, not to say that anybody deserves death, but it's like, bruh.
But that's how people would feel if something happened, God forbid, to C-Mac. And then we would be on here, you know, acting sad as fuck, and then people would be like, how could you possibly be sad for somebody who lost their life when they got that shit on their forehead? And it's like,
Mr. Disrespectful don't have a teddy bear.
Not yet. He didn't get to that point. He could have got there. He could have got to the teddy bear level. But I mean, you know, that's just how it is. It's like we develop feelings for people and have love for people who realistically, like everybody else, looks at like fucking monsters.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he's a part of the world. Like that's what motherfuckers is doing. They gonna love that. Somebody calling out their ops. I mean, Young and Ace, Julio, like, that's what's going on. So, you know, they gonna love his ignorance. And then when he died, oh, you shouldn't have been doing it. You just was edging that shit on.
I wonder
egging it on.
How much do we blame the overlay of just the infestation of drugs in a place like Philly and like their murder rate and the trajectory? Like, is there like any relation to there? How much relation is there? Because we're obviously.
I doubt Quanny's on the fent.
Nah, but I'm not saying that. I'm just saying like as far.
They say that they be eating crystal. I don't know.
Well,
I mean,
it's delicious to be fair.
Skrilla probably, he seemed like he was on the most drugs of almost anybody that I ever interviewed.
Yeah.
So to be real, like how much is it? But he like keeps out of the politics and shit. I never heard Skrilla diss anybody, but he was on songs with Duel, so it's like, yeah, for sure he's wrapped up in all that shit. And when I asked Skrilla if he was YBC, he denied it, but it seemed like an over denial,
right?
Like a fake denial.
Yeah.
A Crip? No, not me. No.
Oh, those are Crips?
No, but I'm saying.
Oh,
yeah. You know,
long way.
Yeah, the long way thing. Yeah,
it's a nice color, Vlad.
Yeah,
I like the color.
I like blue. It's a good color.
This full Skrilla.
No, we gotta take Skrilla to fucking Skid Row. Though.
That's what I'm saying.
That's a great idea.
That's amazing, right?
I don't think Skrilla wants to be near downtown anymore.
Oh man, but I don't think Skrilla was in the presence of the Berry Gordy situation. Let's just throw that out there.
Yeah.
But he was disappointed when I said that we weren't putting the footage.
He like held the back of my shirt all the way out. He seen
Shut
I was
the fuck up.
I mean, he seen I was on point. He like, shit, I'm with you. Oh no. I just was interviewed her, so I'm like, yeah, stick right here, my girl right here, but I'm the one on point. So he like, when I got him to somewhere safe, he just shot out the door.
Oh my god.
This fool Skrilla has a line about being so high that he brushed his teeth without putting his dentures in. Like literally, like.
See, now that I'm a rapper, I can really appreciate that. Where the fuck did that come from in his mind, bro?
That's genius.
Wow, he said it in a song?
Yeah, in a song.
Wow.
In a song. We gotta put him on grippers. Like.
I wonder where Uzi stands in all this, though, because Uzi did a song with Skrilla. They shot the video. Skrilla put it out without getting it cleared, and then it disappeared.
Yeah.
Off of YouTube.
All right, so first I gotta say shout out to Adam, Lush, and Brick Baby up at No Jumper because I'm very happy that they're finally covering Philly. So shout out to them just for that. Second off, yeah, you know, they're pretty much saying basically in a less nice way as I was, QUANNY need to fall back. He really do. He getting himself caught up. And he really digging himself a hole and backing himself into a corner. He need to stop. Also, Lush talking about the relation between drugs and the violence in Philly. And yeah, that's, you know, that's something that people don't talk about. But if you look at it, YBC Duel talking about his drug addiction, same with Bloodhound Jeff and, you know, Lil Scoom, they're all on drugs. They're at Perks, I believe. And, you know, from experience, I ain't gonna hold you, Perks are a crazy drug. Not everybody can handle them the right way. It pretty much take over your life, turn you into a drug addict. They're a little too young to really be exhibiting the results of what happens to you, but it's definitely affecting their mind. All right, so now I do like how Lush made the connection from drugs to violence with Philly. I'm sure Chicago as well, that, you know, that there's something to be talked about there. I do appreciate his points on that, but I saw him talking about how, you know, he wasn't sure if people wanted to ride for YBC Duel, but how disrespectfully this. You're talking about a bunch of people in the drug culture, and you're not sure if they're gonna like a guy like YBC Duel who calls himself Mr. Disrespectful. I think you're out of your depth for your Lush. Like, sometimes he just shouldn't be talking. But I know that's Adam Boyd. I like Lush, but sometimes he just need to stop talking when it, you know, is on these type of subjects. It's better to listen to Brick Baby on this stuff for real. He do a better job. But shout out to Lush. I just think you're a little naive. All right, so now, yeah, I would like to see what they're talking about. I think it's MacArthur Park. I'd like to see Skrilla in another ghetto, and I'd also like to see Adam come to Philly. That would be great for the biddy. I think that would be real love. Hopefully they could make both situations happen, because I'd like to see Skrilla and Cali seeing their drug addicts, and I like to see Adam over here in Philly and Kensington, because that's something we really got to see. I'm sure the powers that be probably don't want that, because once that reach a national level, it's really going to tear the roof off of what's going on over here with the new mayor and everything. I'm sure they don't want that. But definitely interesting and a very good story that Brick Baby told. So, yeah, good stuff there. All right, now No Jumper went back and talking about some negativity dealing with QUANNY, and that's not how I want to end the episode. You know, I want to end it with a funny story with the Skrilla thing. You know, I think that's pretty positive place to end. So that's where we're going to end it. You know, so everybody stay positive, stay safe, put the guns down, put your hands up, stop the violence. And, you know, we out. We'll see you tomorrow.
Swear, killed.